1, the grip. Welcome to Matty Ice Golf Academy. We're going to be going over the first of our 8 foundational keys to golf. One of my favorites and probably the most important that really differentiates competent golfers from struggling golfers. So we're talking about our hands touching the grip. It's the only part of our body that we have touching the golf club. Obviously, very important because of that. So what I recommend for all my beginning students is to go on Amazon and purchase one of these Skills golf grip trainers. They're about $10. And all we're gonna do is, we're gonna make sure the S in the Skills is pointed down to the ground. We're gonna take our 7-iron or 8-iron, okay? And we're gonna place this grip trainer over our existing grip on our club, right down the middle where the arrow is pointed. But what I want you to do is, I want you to turn it a little bit to the right, so it's a little off center by maybe like a couple millimeters. So we're gonna turn it this way. And now we see that the arrow is actually a little bit to the right of my grip logo. That's how we want it. We don't want it dead down the center. We want it a little to the right so we can strengthen our grip, right? Because Matty Ice believes in a nice, firm, strong grip to learn golf. So what that means now is we're gonna take our left hand, if we're a right-hand golfer, and we're gonna place the grip, the butt end of the grip across our left glove hand fingers, not in our palms, in our fingers. And we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna make sure that our V that we talked about, the V, right? The kind of shape that your fingers make, that V is gonna be pointed always to the trail shoulder. So trail shoulder means if I'm pointing out to the golf course and I wanna hit it that way, my trail shoulder is the one behind my front shoulder, okay? So what we're doing with this grip is we're getting these V's to line up to the trail shoulder, okay? So we take our first grip, and then we all learned about the interlock, okay? Now, for some of my students, if you have really big hands, then you might not do an interlock. We'll talk about that. For now, everybody is gonna put their pinky around their second forefinger in their glove hand, and we're gonna come back to the grip, and we're gonna create another V with our right hand, and we're gonna cover the hot dog, right, with the bun, like we talked about. Here's my bun going over my Portillo's hot dog. We're ready to go. Now, here's the back of our grip with our pinkies locked. And then we come down here, and what we're seeing, and I'm gonna put the camera down, that as we address the ball, the V's need to be pointed up this way. Both of them, okay? And with this grip trainer, it helps you do that. Now, if we get lazy without this grip trainer and we start putting the V's this way or this way, no good. The V's always need to be toward the trail shoulder for a good golf swing. Okay? So now it's about getting comfortable with this new crazy feeling grip. Normally, we would address the club if we came out of the house for the first time ever, start hitting golf clubs, and we would hold it probably like a baseball bat, right down the middle with our thumbs, right down the middle of that grip. Not in golf. We need to turn the hand a little bit and get the V pointed this way. And then we need to lock it together and get the other V pointed this way, okay? Now there are a lot of different methods on this, but I think for everybody in my academy, we're gonna stick to this. And if it means anything, this is what Tiger Woods and his father we're always taught to. And Tiger, as we know, is one of the top golfers ever. So we want to listen to him. Okay? So that is step one, the grip. We need to get comfortable with it. Just kind of feel it in our hands, take golf swings out in the yard, don't need a ball, but we're getting comfortable with the idea that our hands are a little, what we call, in a stronger grip. A couple of cheat codes, like I like to call them, in terms of understanding are we gripping the club properly is, I want everybody, and I know we talked about this in our first lessons, I want everyone to turn their glove hand so that when you're looking down at the club, you can see your glove logo. Now I have this in your golf guide on the golf grip page. Very important. So if we're being lazy with the grip, we are not showing the logo on our glove hand, and it's actually pointed kind of toward our target, right? So if I'm taking my stance, I don't want it pointing my target, I want it this way. Now we're kind of seeing that logo, right? So when we're gripping the club properly and we have the V's pointed at our trail shoulder, I'm seeing the grip, okay? Very important. They also say you should be able to see, like I mentioned in the guide, 3 knuckles at least on your glove hand when you're looking down. Those 3 knuckles are right under the club logo, the glove logo, okay? So very important that when we're addressing the club that we can kind of see that glove logo and the 3 knuckles, okay? Very important.